Friends, welcome to SPDM TV. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I watch a lot of TV. We talk about various TV topics, reviews, and general appreciation of TV past and new. You can follow me on Instagram, X Threads, or Instagram Threads, uh, Instagram Threads, serialized, and Blue Sky at MLHilty2452 to see what all I'm watching. This week, Wonder Man just finished up, so I wanted to talk about that because it's pretty great, but also wanted to talk about Marvel TV shows and kind of ranking some of those. Uh, so for those, we're going to be talking about specifically the Marvel TV shows that are on Disney Plus, Netflix. Those are going to be the main ones. So nothing on Hulu. So sorry, Runaways, Modoc, all of that. Nothing that was on network. So sorry to the Inhuman show. No Agents of Shield. No Agent Carter, anything like that. So, but really quick about Wonder Man. So, Wonder Man was an outstanding show. I really enjoyed it a lot. It really portrayed, just a two characters who just happened to be, in California, both in the Hollywood industry. So, this says a lot more about Hollywood than it does about superheroes, but it's still saying a lot about superheroes. So, I did appreciate that. Yahya Abdul Mateen II was amazing in it, but Sir Ben Kingsley steals the show from that. And this is the first Marvel TV show, especially on Disney Plus, that actually has felt like a TV show as well. So appreciated that. But where does Wonder Man rank on the Marvel TV shows of the Disney Plus and just Netflix era? So all the way at the bottom, I have Secret Invasion. This was a fumble on so many levels because you take an intriguing premise in Secret Invasion and you don't do anything with it. You don't say anything new about it. Yeah, it's just no good. The next lowest is Iron Fist. The two seasons of Iron Fist that we got were just marred by, Finn Jones, I believe is his name, just not a very good character for a series like this. And some of the other just side characters just definitely not as good. But I don't know. For me, this is where we saw some of the, just some of the greatness that would eventually become some of the best characters in the show, like Jessica Henwick. I could have used more of her throughout the MCU, but we're not going to get that, which is sad. Next, I've got What If. I don't know, like this is largely an episodic, kind of standalone until it wasn't, where they would do something where they combine everything together. And this was just kind of a blah show for me. Next, I have Echo. Interesting premise. I like what Echo was saying or doing in Hawkeye to make things interesting. I love the indigenous individuals' culture in this a lot, but just I don't know. It just got released on, just weird timing and yeah, it's just interesting. Next, I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Interesting show. I love the last episode where Sam gets the Captain America suit, and he tells the words like some people are going to hate me because of the way I look, and just great messaging, great stuff with that. Next, I have The Punisher, the Netflix version of the Punisher. I love John Bernthal as Frank Castle. He's a much more tortured version of the Punisher, even though that's kind of who he is as a character. You couple this with his performance in Daredevil Born Again, it's really great. And John Bernthal is just outstanding as the Punisher. Next, I have The Defenders. This could have been so much better than it was, but I think a big reason why it didn't do great was because Iron Fist isn't that good. So it's too bad for that. Next, I have Eyes of Wakanda. If this had more episodes, I think I would have liked this a little bit more, but it didn't. So, but it's still very good nonetheless. Next, I have Luke Cage. First half of the first season of Luke Cage is great, and then it just goes downhill from there. Next, I have She-Hulk. If it wasn't for that Daredevil episode, this would be pretty blah, simply because also the final episode rubbed me the wrong way, so I didn't really like that too much. Next, I have Ironheart. I did like Ironheart a lot. I like Riri as a character, and that big reveal for Mephisto at the end. Spoiler for that, but that was a nice touch too, because I was not expecting him to show up there. Next, I have Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies is a fun show, but nothing to sneeze home about. Next, I've got Hawkeye. I'm not a huge character, not a huge fan of the character of Hawkeye, but what really sells this is Kate Bishop for sure. Next, I have Miss Marvel. I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan is just a great addition to the MCU, and Aman Vellani just needs to just keep putting her in more stuff, please. Next, I've got Moon Knight. I like this a lot because Oscar Isaac is great in this, but then also Ethan Hawke is also great in this too. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I have that. With great power comes great responsibility. Was corrupted in this, so I really enjoyed just the flipping of the script with that. Agatha All Along is my next one. I enjoyed this. I wasn't a huge fan of Agatha in WandaVision, but I still found ways to enjoy this nonetheless. Next, I've got Daredevil Born Again. Despite the fact that the middle episodes don't match what is going on in the rest of the season, I still enjoyed this quite a bit. Really excited for the next season, particularly what they're setting up, and hopefully with the same showrunners, it'll be good. Hashtag Foggy ain't dead. And then I've got Loki season one was great. Season two kind of wasn't as great, especially with the He Who Remains stuff, but it's still Loki is still a great show and a great way to flip the script on a character that you thought you knew and then you know did a lot with it. Next, I've got Jessica Jones, and the reason why Jessica Jones is so high is because season one of Jessica Jones is by far the best thing that Marvel TV has ever done, and easily goes up against some of the shows are some of the movies that Marvel's put out too. My next one is Daredevil, the Netflix series. So Daredevil is a strong addition because Charlie Cox is great, but also Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. That was a nice touch too. My number three is the next one is Wonder Man. I liked Wonder Man that much. I thought Wonder Man was outstanding. But come as no surprise, my next two. So my next one up is WandaVision, the one that started the Disney Plus, and for a while, WandaVision was part of the cultural zeitgeist about what's going on in this town and everything like that. They didn't exactly stick the landing, but it was still good nonetheless. And my number one is X-Men 97. Give us more stuff like that. But those are my rankings for Marvel TV shows. What do you think? What's your favorite Marvel TV shows? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of SPDM TV. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Shout out to Highflyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you've got any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. Check out the other shows in our network. We've got a lot of great content, a lot of great stuff. So please check out the other shows and support the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. And finally, if you've got a podcast idea and you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.